Hello, everyone. My name is Matt Curran. I'm here with Shelli. Shelli, how are you doing today?
I'm great. Thank you so much.
Good. So this is very exciting to me. This is a speaker highlight. So this weekend coming up, we have Christians Unite, Healing Through Transparency, and you're one of our speakers. And I believe you're going on Saturday. So this is going to be just an awesome event, bringing Christians together from all across the country and maybe all across the world, hopefully, but just trying to make a difference in people's lives. So just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, well, to start, I am a co-founder and vice president of partnerships for a company called Arise, based out of Lincoln, Nebraska, and we do orthopedic and sports performance bracing. I get the privilege of traveling the nation and working with athletes in high-level colleges and social influencers to really help us promote our brand since we are pretty new in the space. I'm also a single mom of four, which I absolutely love my children, and they have been a huge part of just this next stage in my life where I was really convicted that more women needed to hear the stories of single moms, especially single moms who have learned how to become successful in the business world while not compromising raising their children. And so I'm just super passionate about people understanding their own value so that they don't compromise that as they go into their careers or being mamas.
Yeah, that's so awesome. I mean, that's really such a great way to go into this because you have been successful. You have a success. We were just talking about, a lot of the schools and a lot of the universities that you guys work with, and so you're able to get out there and do what you love, and as a single mom, just kind of thrive in that space.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this weekend, coming up on this, and you talk about I read on your bio or what you wrote, talking about a female working in a male-dominated sports industry, right?
Yes.
Confidence to negotiate for yourself. We'll give everybody too much because you're going to talk about it this weekend, but just give everybody a little bit about what we're going to hear from you this weekend.
Yeah. For me, it was really a self-discovery of who I was.
Yeah.
And once I really realized my value as an individual and my value just as a mom and my value in the workplace, everything that my skill set could offer, because I really learned just how important it was just to believe in myself, how that really started to transform the steps that I took, not only in business, but as a mom, as a friend, and in all of my relationships.
Yeah, that's really cool because, like I said, you're doing some great things and really successful. Um, so, was it hard? Was it hard to make that transition out? Was it hard to kind of get that confidence to do all the great things that you're doing?
It was, and it was really just a lot. When I look back on it, there were a few major changes that I made that were pretty big risks. I mean, I left a good job that I loved with no plan B, but I just felt a huge, huge calling to do it, and I didn't know why. And 2 weeks later, we started the company that I'm in now. And I'm so glad that I didn't have a safety net, because if I would have, I probably would have never taken that leap.
Yeah.
But then also knowing that my role within this company, it took me 5 years for us to develop it. So for 5 years, I really wasn't in my sweet spot. But because of that, I learned so much about me and learned so much about where I wanted to go. But with that, it meant I had to travel. And anyone who's tried to travel as a single mom would know that that isn't easy. And it was just so incredible now that I looked back and started telling my story to see all the little steps that I took to make it possible, and just to see how God's hand was truly in it from the beginning when I had no idea that this was the outcome for me. Being able to look back on it has really been a blessing, because I've just been able to see
Yeah.
it looks like huge steps now, but it was really baby steps that really got me to where I am today.
Yeah, but I got, you just talked about your trust in God and your faith, and you just really had to, when you're getting out and you're just starting and you're making that career transition, you're a single mom, you have to have a lot of faith. You have to trust in God that, hey, this is going to work out, and really believe. So talk a
Yeah.
little bit about that.
Yeah. So I was raised in a super strong Christian home. Our faith in Jesus was a huge step to who we are, a huge foundation. And many times I would have fear that would cross my mind that I couldn't do this, but I have this intuition that's just crazy. I believe it's the Holy Spirit that just doesn't allow me to feel settled in something. And I know that that's when God is going to do a huge work in me. And that's what happened 8 years ago when we started Arise. And then it happened again 2 years ago when I started realizing that God wanted me to start sharing my story. But that to me was super scary because you have nothing to fall off. You have nothing to depend on. At least with Arise, we have a huge group of people that if I'm out there and I get a no, we have other people at the office that can help walk me through it.
Yeah.
But sharing my story, if people don't like it or there's critique, it falls straight on me. And I just decided that was a fear that I had to overcome the second round, to start sharing my testimony out there of ways that God just worked in me through this time to develop who I was.
Yeah, absolutely. And we talked a little about this before we started the interview, is that we all have a story. Each and every single one of us have a story. And, I have a story, you have a story, and our stories intersect in so many ways. And so it's just, I'm so excited. I don't want to give away too much, but I'm so excited that you're going to be a part of this. I can't wait to hear more of your story this weekend. And I hope everybody watches and, either now or you'll be seeing this later, but Christians Unite Friday night and Saturday this weekend. Shelli, just thank you so much for being a part of this. This is going to be so awesome.
Yes, thank you. I'm excited to be a part of it.
All right. We'll see y'all this weekend.